Hello everyone, it's Cheri here. I wanted to get on. I had a conversation with a father um in my dreams, and my dream today. I took a nap and woke back up, and I just woke up actually, so I'm sorry my voice sounds a little groggy and I might look a little groggy, but I had to get on here before I forgot. Um he told me some things that really took my breath away. And during this, I kept trying to fall asleep, and he kept saying, "No, don't fall asleep. You have to hear my voice. If you don't hear my voice, you fall asleep." So it was challenging because I was so sleepy. But he told me that grieving for someone that we have lost, and someone very dear and important to us, very close to us, someone that we loved and dearly and that they loved us, that grieving is actually our heart seeking him, because the love that the person that we lost, the love that they gave us, is actually God's love through them that they gave. And so when they pass on, we're feeling like we're really feeling like God took his love away from us, is what it really is. Yes, we miss the person, but really what it is we feel like God took his love away when our loved one passes, because we felt God's love through that person in a special way that only that person could have shown and given. And really, grieving is seeking God. It's seeking answers from him. It's seeking comfort from him. It's seeking his love again, because this person who gave it in that special way is no longer with us in our daily lives. I mean, they are with us, but not in the way that they were, that we, in our five sense reality, can perceive. And so some people grieve longer. And grief is actually a period where we're seeking God, and that it's a good thing. And some people grieve longer than others. Some may grieve a day or 2 days. Some may grieve 1, 2, 3, 4, 20 years. I mean, but what we're really doing in grieving is seeking that love that that person gave us, that love that God gave them to give to us in their unique way. And in seeking God through our grieving, we are comforted. We are healing. And I know with my own experience that I grieved for about 3 years. Very strong grief. And during this time, I was seeking. I questioned God. I questioned his existence. I questioned, why would a loving God take those that we love? But really, now I see these things. He's answered my questions through my seeking and through my grief, really. So it is a way that our heart seeks love. And he said that those, like me, okay, but those who have stronger egos take longer to grieve, because they're not understanding that that same love that that person gave who passed away is still there and will always be there. But those who are led away by the ego more, their egos are stronger in them, like me, then it takes longer, the grieving process, the seeking. Basically, we're more stubborn. We want to understand, so we go through periods of anger and questioning and seeking, and this is all a part of grief, and it's especially for those who have stronger egos. We don't want to feel that love. We want that person back, otherwise we can't feel it, but we can. That love is always with us, always. That person's love has been implanted in our hearts. It's a part of our DNA. Our DNA is made up of love. And it's love from everyone who's ever touched us with their love. And so that's another thing that really was told to me kind of indirectly as a revelation, but not as the voice. And another thing is that the way we perceive things that happen to us in our lives is so important. If we perceive something, a trial, let's say we're going through something, if we perceive it as a bad thing, as a burden, instead of as a gift, because these things actually grow us and teach us and build our character and our strength. And so it's how we perceive it, what we're going through. If we perceive it as that it's a gift, and it's a lesson in learning different things that God has to teach us, then we will be filled with much more peace and joy. And this is something I have to really figure out how to do, because I'm not really good with pain, and I'm not really good with illness. I'm not really good with strife in life or chaos. So in our lives, when these things come about, or if a person comes into our life that brings chaos or drama, it's not a bad thing. It's only bad if you perceive it to be bad. Then it will be bad for you. But people challenge us. Situations challenge us. And it's like a little quizzes every day that we pass or fail. And if we fail, then what's going to happen is that you're going to have to take that again until you pass it. So until you pass that test, that quiz, that same problem is going to keep coming at you until you learn the lesson from it. Until you perceive it as a lesson and a gift, as a good thing. If you continue to see something as bad and a burden, it's going to continue to be bad and a burden. And until you get it, until you pass the test, the quiz. This is something that he talked to me about. And I have to learn to see things in my life not as burdens. Things that come about in my life, not as burdens, but as blessings, as gifts. And it's hard to do, but we have to. This is this renewal of the mind that we have to have to perceive things with different eyes. When we perceive things as bad, they're going to be bad. And this badness is going to keep on until we learn the lesson. That it's a gift. And to see the gift in it. So cherish what you have, the gifts that you've been given. The gifts that even feel like burdens. I don't know of anyone who likes to have financial problems or who likes to have um, chaos in their lives, or who likes to come against someone who is against them. But really, these people and these things, these situations are given to us as gifts. And I've seen so many people on Facebook post, well, get rid of those who are toxic in your life and who bring about drama so that you can have inner peace. It doesn't bring you inner peace, trust me, because all that will do is to get rid of that person that God is putting in your way. That's just going to make things stronger and stronger and stronger. Or another person will come into your path it could bring even more chaos and drama. So until you deal with this one situation with love, because every lesson that we have is about love. So until you deal with that and see this, and what I mean by love, divine love, is seeing people and everything as good, as a gift. Instead of seeing it as evil, someone as evil or bad, or why are they being such a bother to me? Why are they doing this to me? Seeing people as good, and all things and situations as good. This is divine love, and this is something that we really, once we do it, as my husband told me, once we practice and put it into practice, and it all begins with our thoughts, our mind, our thoughts. Someone comes against you, instead of thinking, first of all, letting them have it with your mouth, what you think about them. Instead of doing that, respond with love, react with love, and your thoughts have to be in line with that same action and words, or else you're not dealing with it within. You're only dealing with it without. You're having self-control of your tongue, but not of your thoughts, see? So, like my husband told me, once we practice this a time or two in different situations, and then it becomes habitual. Once we practice changing our thoughts about a situation or about a person, and perceiving it as good, and that maybe not always will there be restoration with you and this person, but when you perceive the situation with this person as good and is teaching you and them a lesson about love, then once you practice changing your thoughts like this, instead of seeing the person as evil and coming against you, then the practice of this begins to affect your heart. And so this becomes, your mind and your heart become in tune and balanced with each other. And so what happens is that when you're dealing with another situation, your mind and your heart has already been in practice and in balance and in tune to deal with these things through love and with love. So we just have to practice. And, God gives us our family and our family situations, our spouses, our children, our grandchildren, our parents, our grandparents, our friends, our pets. He puts all of these people in line with us so that we can be tested daily. Like if you're married and you have a husband or a wife, then this person is your daily life. And through that person, you're continually learning lessons of love. And so, and with your children and your parents, it all depends if you're living with your parents. But he's put these people in your path to teach you about love daily, so that you practice this daily with one another, so that when you come against someone who is against you, or who's come against you, let's say, or appears to have come against you, then you can more deal with this situation in love, because you put all this into practice with others. So the easier it becomes, the more habitual it becomes, and so then you're being led by Christ's heart and Christ's mind and consciousness. Christ's consciousness is just a renewed mind working with a transformed heart, and they are aligned and in balance. And who does all this? Who transforms our heart? It's Christ within. All right, that's all I have for you all. Thank you all so much for listening and for supporting me with all of your love and encouragement. I love talking with those who have questions, and I do get comments, and I get messages through Messenger, and I get emails, and so I encourage that if any of you would like to talk to me, just message me. My Messenger doesn't always work, so if you can comment, that'd be great, because my Messenger is kind of messed up some of the times. And I don't get everyone's messages, or they go into a different box, especially if we're not friends on Facebook. And then I don't check that box very often. So anyways, I love you all. Thank you all for loving me. Bye-bye. Have a wonderful day.